What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my Grand Tactician, the Civil War 1861 to 1865. So I was watching a buddy of mine, my co-host on the Single Malt Strategy podcast, Matt, and he was playing the most famous battle of the Civil War, well, at least in my eyes, which is Gettysburg. So he was playing this, and yeah, I'm tempted to. I'm trying to figure out which side should I play. I mean, it was a Union victory, so I'm tempted to play the underdog here. Yeah, let's play the underdog here. Alright. AI historical. Let me just put this. Change it like that. There we go. Cool. Alright, and I'm going to put AI dynamic because I don't want it to be historical. I don't want it to follow the exact same way that the battle kind of evolved. So the South's coming from the north and the west, and my goal for day one is to take that ridge out beyond that, not the ridge, that hill right out beyond that town. So that's what I'm going to do. And you guys know what hill I'm talking about. If you don't know, watch the movie Gettysburg. Because I'm going to fix a mistake that Ewell, supported by Early, because I think from what I remember reading, Early kind of pushed that, like, hey, we shouldn't take that hill. Like, let's just do it for tomorrow. Crossing and is advancing by midway the head of the column. At this point, Frederick, I desire you to move in the direction of Gettysburg. Okay, General Hooker and Army Potomac has crossed. All right, sounds good. Take all those out. I love that the WASD keys work. I was playing another Civil War game recently, Victory and Glory, and they didn't have the WASD keys work. The up and down keys work, but it was like, for some reason, there was some weird kind of hiccup every time I did use those keys. Alright, so right now I got... I love this map. Look at this. Ooh, no. Not like that. No. I want to kind of angle this. I want to see that sunrise. Can I pivot on the Z-axis? I forgot how to do that. Looks gorgeous, though. Look at that. You know, my buddy, Matt the Historical Gamer, was mentioned that he wasn't too pleased with the graphics on here and the tactical map, but look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at the shadows, sunset. I mean, it's beautiful, man. Gorgeous. All right. So I'm going to jump up to this map here. Be a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to move Heat's Brigade. Where is... Okay, he's going to be over there. Do me a favor. I think he's going to be over here, right? He's beyond the creek, I think. Yeah, I think he's right over here. So what we're going to do is Heat's Brigade is going to move forward. And then I'm going to have Pettigrew reinforce. But check this out. I'm going to have this brigade go south. And Davis Brigade is going to be in far reserve. And I hear there's, so this day goes from the beginning of the day to nightfall. So, and I think it goes into the second day after that. I'm just kind of curious if there are going to be night battles in this. I hope they are. I might have to break this video up into like multiple sections, even for day one. Because day one, I think by itself probably take 2-3 hours. And I do not want to upload a video 2-3 hours and 1080p, that by itself. And I usually try to do like really good quality, so sometimes that pushes it to like 18 or 20 gigabytes. It gets ridiculous. Man, it's beautiful. Look at that sunrise. Well, sorta. I see something. Interesting. Keep heading forward. Oh, is it this ridge? Yeah, it's McPherson's. Oh, okay. So he's over here. I thought he was going to be on this hill. Alright, that's fine. We'll just have to... We know he has McPherson's ridge. We're going to move forward here. Now, I'm not going to, like, presume to think that... what's a good spot? I think somewhere around here, right? I'm not going to presume to think that he's just going to stay there. Because like I said, I chose a dynamic AI. So that goes for my troops as well as theirs. So they might advance. They might surprise me. So I'm going to take precautions. Man, I remember the first time I went to Gettysburg. It was an incredible experience. I think I went when I was like a kid. And, you know, coming from New York City, I think it's like a 4.5 hour drive, something like that. And me and my dad actually went, and we left at like, I don't know, like at 9 or something like that. We got there like around 1 or 2. And Gettysburg in the 90s was very different than it is today. Like when I drove there, it was like a small town. And when I say a small town, like there was no Walmart, like there was nothing. Like there was like small restaurants, small like diners, that's it. Nothing that you see today. You have a super Walmart there now. I think it's a super Walmart. And then you have like multiple hotels, like tons of hotels. Back then there was nothing. There was no like Marriott, there was no Hilton, things like that. And oh, you're laying down. That's interesting. Y'all moving, right? And you know, even when I went there I think I went there with my first ex. Well, I'm not going to say I have more than one ex, but my ex-wife, and I think we went in like 2006, and even then in 2006, they had a few things, like had like a Domino's, that was pretty much it. Nothing like there is today. Like somewhere between 2007 and 2014, it grew. Like Walmart started popping up, Marriott, Hilton, another Hilton, I think. I mean, it just expanded. You had McDonald's, Burger King, all these like fast food places, all these things. And now when you drive down there, it's very, I would say, it's modernized, unfortunately. Now the town itself isn't. So the actual Walmart and such is somewhere right around here, right along this road. So this town right here by itself is untouched. So when you walk down these towns, the buildings are exactly like they were back then. And even south of the town toward the battlefield. So that is what I really care about. Marriott and everything like that, McDonald's, because I don't want a McDonald's on the battlefield, you know. Although they do have like across the street. No, they do have a McDonald's across the street from Cemetery Ridge. Just realized it. And then they have I think they had a Popeyes or something, but that closed down. Alright, so I'm firing at the Union that's over here. See, they're dynamic. They didn't form up right over here. They're kind of leaning toward their right. I don't know why. That's weird. All right, move forward. But yeah, that was an incredible experience as a kid. I remember, and we had to go back that day, so we had to like leave at like 6 or something like that. And I always said to myself, I was like, once I get a car, man, first thing I'm gonna do is go to Gettysburg. That's gonna be like my thing. And you know, growing up in Brooklyn, you know, like it's very rare for anybody to get a car. Like my buddy Rob got a car, and it was like, whoa, you know. And then my ex-wife did have a car, so once we got together, I made sure that we went to Gettysburg. That was like the first thing, and she enjoyed it, and it was a great experience. Yeah, it was really awesome. And then we went to first reenactment. That was, I think, the first time we went there for a reenactment. I think it was the 150th anniversary. So you could imagine how awesome that was. There was like, I think I remember reading, it was like 30 to 40,000 reenactors, something like that. It was ridiculous. Where am I? Okay, you're going over there. Okay, cool. What the heck are they doing, man? Why are you going all the way to the left? Oh, they're taking Oak Hill, that's why. So this is weird. So Union Cavalry, looks like they're, even their batteries, they're going for this hill. That's weird. So technically I can push through and cut them off. I mean, they'll have this road, but I can cut them off. That's not smart. Interesting. That's one thing that I think the developer said he has to adjust is have the AI not focus so much on taking objectives, because in one of my last games the AI kind of caught itself surrounded by my forces because it was just focused, concentrated on just taking objective, and yeah, it got slaughtered in the process. I thought this guy was going to set up here. I was going to come up this way and then flank him, but all right. I can handle them with infantry. Like, the biggest thing that they had going for them was holding here and having the heights, and since they're not doing that, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's weird. I'll just bypass you. I'll deal with the first corps on my own. And I'll send Pettigrew's brigade after them. Should be enough. You going, right? Oh, the rider has to get to him. Bug. Okay, it corrected itself. Nice. Just keep moving forward. I'm gonna try to get to the town as quick as possible. Rush them. I think one brigade can handle, especially since, yeah, I don't think they're going to be that big of a deal. And I'll have the artillery support. Go forward, my boys. But you know, one thing that I would encourage if you do visit Gettysburg, just walk the battlefield. You know, by yourself. Don't go with like a tour guide and such. Do that later, but walk the battlefield yourself. You know, you can start out here and then go through the town. And there's a lot of like plaques and stuff around the town that you can read, and then head down to this is Cemetery Ridge, I believe. Yeah, you can walk down to Cemetery Ridge, and then from here go all the way down to Little Round Top. I wouldn't go down to Big Round Top. It's like in the middle, like it's all wooded. You can't even see anything. With Little Round Top, you can get some nice vistas, and from Little Round Top, which I think is here. You can visit the wheat field and all the other peach orchard, all those things over here, and then still make it back before nightfall. I was able to do that, and it's a really incredible experience. Just bring sunblock. Dude, I remember when I did that, I literally was like orange. Like, I was burnt. I was like, I was done. What are you doing? Why are you in that kind of formation? No. There we go. Go forward, boys. But yeah, it was an incredible experience. I try to do that as much as I can. Last time I couldn't do that because I took took my wife with me, and her feet are not made for those long walks, you know. I think even just a little bit of walking we did hurt her feet. You know, I'm used to, you know, doing long marches and stuff like that and such. That really doesn't bother me. And if you do go to Gettysburg, split the local restaurants here, right? There's tons of restaurants. There's in the circle here. Where's the circle? Oh, it's not represented? Oh, that's iconic. There's no circle. There's when you drive into Gettysburg, somewhere around here, there's I don't know what you call those circles, but there's a circle here. Like you drive up and there's like a roundabout. That's what it's called, a roundabout here, and it's iconic for Gettysburg. And right at the corner of the roundabout, which I believe should be right here. I don't know why a church is there. Because they come down this way. Okay, the roundabout's right about here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, because the roundabout you can go straight down. Yeah. So it should be right around here, I believe. Anyway, at the corner, right, there's a bar called the Blue and the Gray. You gotta go there. The burgers there are insane. I mean, they're absolutely delicious. I've never had such incredible burgers. Like, oh man, it was delicious, man. And then when I usually go there, there's keep moving. There's a beer garden. I mean, there's a beer garden, but it's part of like a inn. I forgot the name of the inn though. Hers Inn, something like that. Anyway, it's where's the bloody this Cemetery Ridge, right? It's somewhere right around here, and it's like a small house. You can't if you're walking down this path here, right? You can't miss it. It has bullets in the actual wall. Maybe I'll put it in the description. But I usually go there. They have a nice beer garden over there, and you can sit back. And I think in my previous video, the video before that, if you go to the last minute or two, that was me in the beer garden, and it was during the reenactment. So they had a group of like Confederates and Union soldiers in the beer garden, and they were singing, you know, the Union Forever, which is kind of weird when you have Confederates doing it. Anyway, people were just buying them pictures. There we go. First course coming up. How bad? 146. How bad? Flanking fire. Unions cut off. The Union forever, huzzah. So that rider right here is going to go to this guy to give him new orders. So that must be... That must mean that they're not far off. Another thing I would recommend when you're there, when you go to a museum, just give you a heads up, if you do go through a museum tour, it's like 2 to 3 hours minimum. 2 to 3 hours. It's a beautiful museum. It has some really great has a nice theater where it shows like a 30-minute movie, and then they have a cyclorama. It's beautiful. Anyway, be sure to join the Gettysburg Foundation. They're the ones that actually built the new museum, and I believe they're nonprofit. They also help with saving the battlefield from like commercial investors, because there are some crazy companies, corporations that are nut jobs that want to put a casino, no joke, right on the battlefield. They were planning. Where's Pickett's charge? I think this is Cemetery Ridge, right? Where's Cemetery Ridge? Okay, my bad. This is the angle, right? They want to put a casino right here. I kid you not, like right there. There's a McDonald's right here, and they want to put a casino right there. And it's just absolutely insane. They've been trying to do that for like a decade now. So I joined the Gettysburg Foundation, and I joined the I have to renew my membership, but the American Battlefield Trust, formerly known as the Civil War Trust. And what they do is they buy up land and give it to the National Park Service. So they secured multiple areas here, including the Lee House, which is somewhere right around here. I'm betting somewhere right around here. Originally, Lee House was a museum, but it was / hotel. It had like a hotel attached to it, like a motel, whatever. Anyway, so the Gettysburg Foundation bought the Lee House Museum, kept the Lee House, and transformed it back to the way it would have looked in the Civil War days. Demolished the motel, so this way when you're looking at the Lee House, you're looking at it like it would be back in the day. Like it's an amazing nonprofit. I love that they did that. Like it's valuing the history. It's valuing like, hey, I wonder if I can intercept this rider here. But I love that, like to me that's a huge thing, because thousands and thousands of troops died in Gettysburg, fought over that land for different causes, and the blood was soaked into the ground, and to build a casino on there is really scummy. I was arguing with one guy. I mean, not arguing, but differential opinions. He was just like, how many jobs that would create? I'm like, so you're willing to take jobs and money versus, keeping the history, the preservation of this battlefield? You're just like, it's like, well, jobs, that we need jobs here. And I'm like, I understand that, but there are other ways to bring jobs here, And I was telling him, I was like, it's you can even work from home. A good example is there's programmers in demand. Like programmers, pick up a book for, C++ or what do you call it? Or, even Unix. Like I just took a course in Unix, learning all the commands like ls-l, things like that. And just, be a remote engineer, and then that's where you can facilitate money into the town. And by the way, the town makes a lot of money. This town is like the biggest Civil War battlefield. This is where everybody goes. This is the capital of the Civil War battlefields. The town is pretty much busy all summer, spring, and a lot of fall. Because like I go there multiple times a year. So the only time that I've noticed it is not busy is like December, January, and February, and some of March. All right, so 3-4 months. But the rest of it, it's busy. It's busy. Where the heck is the first corps? Alright, you know what, to be fair, let's keep heading south. I'm gonna keep heading south until I run into anybody. I don't have any reinforcements, right? Nobody, right? No, not yet. No. How we doing, boys? How we doing? Strength. Wow, they took 1,000 casualties. Wow. How my cannons doing? Pumping them full of lead, huh? Nice, very nice. I think the first corps comes this way. So we might want to do that, actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no. No, no, no. Why you... Oh, man. I wish this was a little bit easier. I hate that the road kind of messes up my formation. I just want them to go into line formation here. It's really hard. There we go. Is that another rider? Yeah. I wish you can intercept these riders. That's something that I wish you can do. See, just ran right by. I gotta write that down. I put that in my review. Where the heck is my other? See, they should have surrendered. Not gaining a pass. Oh, 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 ooh, no good, no good. That's a bug. Oh, it's not a bug. They were reforming to do that. All right. Why are you all on one line? I want to... So this is the other... This is really difficult to align, guys. It really is. I guess I'll put him there. It's 9 o'clock. Got my black coffee here. You guys are issuing orders, right? Like, you guys are moving. Ah, oh, man. What's going on? Why is there an artillery? Again, I forgot to mention this. This game is in early access. So there's going to be bugs. Oh man, these guys are not moving. it's not supposed to do that. I wonder if it's bugged to the point where I can't move it. Where the heck's the first course? What time does the first course show up? Like around 11? 10 or 11? Somewhere around there. Is Lee. So Lee showed up on the battlefield, huh? So since I have Lee here, no. Oh! I see something in parentheses. What does D mean? Deceased? Oh no. What the? Why is there a detachment of Pettigrews here? That's weird. What? That's weird. Oh man, these guys are not following my orders. And there's a big bug, I think. See, they send over orders, right? The rider will go out, but they don't move. Either they move and they'll correct themselves. Okay. Maybe now they'll move. I don't know, that was weird. I issued that order like 3 times. Also, if you're looking for a place to stay at Gettysburg, and you're like, where should we stay? There is, remember I told you about that beer garden? Which is somewhere right around here again. It's hard to, yeah, this goes this way. Yeah, it's somewhere right around here. Somewhere right around here. Anyway, there's an inn, I forgot the name of it, name of the inn, but why did they all go this way? No. That's weird. But yeah, there's an inn there, and that inn was there from, well, the Civil War. And that's the one with the side of the house that has bullet holes and such. Anyway, there was a story that I was told, and I somewhat believe it because there's something weird that happens at that inn. We took a tour in that inn, me and my ex-wife, and it was this. We went in like I think November or October, so it was like the off-season kind of thing. And it was still, we had like maybe 12 people with us in the tour. Anyway, we went through like the bottom of the house to the top, and bottom, unfortunately, which was really interesting, they were telling us like this is where they stacked bodies, and it was an emergency hospital, and like I was like leaning against the beam, right, and so she was just like, yeah, this is where they stacked the bodies. In fact, where that pillar is, we actually have a photo of like just bodies and blood just strewn all over there and all over it, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, and I like pulled myself off that. I'm like, I doubt anybody's cleaned that in 150 years or scrubbed it, Anyway, we went through multiple parts of the house, and it was cool. And keep firing. It was cool, and so we went to like the first floor, the second floor. They showed us, I think, some of the rooms, and it's like a B&B, so you can stay there. We got to the attic, which was had like a row that you can sit on, right? Like it was like a bench, and one of the ladies was like, I need to get a volunteer. Does anyone want to go by the window that was like a little further down from the bench? She was just like, I'm like, okay, I'll go. And so I go over there. I was like, let me know if you like get cold or feel like somebody's touching you. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, I went there, and I was just like, she kept asking me throughout she was telling us about like this little boy that died there, and other people have died there, and that where I was sitting was where Confederate snipers are shooting at the Union position. And I was facing them the entire time, right? And the bench is kind of angled in such a way that like your knees are like facing up, right? So you can't really like see your shoes and stuff. And the person was opposite of them, like the tour guide, whatever, and she was opposite of them, and she was, mentioning all this stuff, and so she finished like talking about the little boy, the Confederate snipers and stuff. She was like, okay, so I guess I will take you out to the it was a tree somewhere here where multiple people got hanged. So she said she was going to take us out there. So as I'm like moving forward, one of the ladies gets up and she takes like her first step or two, and she literally nearly falls, and like almost like falls like to the point where she almost, I believe she almost like to the point where she almost fell down the stairs, right? Like she kind of like was heading toward the stairs, took that first step and fell down, and everybody like caught her and they were like, what's wrong? They're like, you okay? And she was like, yeah. And they looked down and her shoes laces were tied together. It was the freakiest thing. And I'm like, whoa. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, well, they weren't tied together before we got there, because obviously she would have fell. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I was watching them the whole time. Like, obviously if I saw like somebody's bending down and tying her shoes, obviously she would have noticed that. And I was thinking, I was like, maybe they engineered it, that maybe they moved like I don't know, underneath the bench they moved like a wooden thing and tied it that way. And I'm like, nah, I would have saw it. I would have saw hands pop out of there, because like I had a perfect view of both the bench and the woman. I'm like, that's really weird. And she was like, are you okay? And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, what if they did that? Like, maybe there's got to be a way that they did that. And I started thinking in my head, I'm like, but why would they do that? Like, if the woman actually fell down the stairs and got injured, she would sue them, and they would, lose a lot of money, or in fact the whole business. So I'm thinking, I'm like, it's not in their interest for this woman to fall down the stairs. So it was very weird. And that whole night was weird, I'll tell you, because that was over, the beer garden was here, the woman took us over here. That's where the tree was. It's a really thick tree, and I forgot it was there during the battle, has bullet holes in it, and multiple people got hanged from there. Anyway, that's where she left us. She says, all right, this is where the tour ends. I'm going to head back. She says, don't go into this section of the battlefield. She says, National Park Service is closed. You can't go on the battlefield at night. If you go there, you will be arrested. National Park Service doesn't take kindly to that. And so, are you still engaging? Where are you firing at? I hate that it, like they don't go south, or like they just, I don't know. Why are they going this way? It's weird that I don't even have my reinforcements yet. But yeah, so anyway, I wanted to, so I told you we were, or was it another ride I got through? Yeah, so we went over here. Eventually, she left. A couple of people stayed a little bit, and then they left, and it was just me and my ex. And I wanted to get up to the point where, like, you could see the top of Cemetery Ridge from, like, the bottom of here. So I walked over there, and I was looking at this monument over here. And as we were walking toward it, like, a fog started rolling in this way. Like, it was a weird fog. Like, you could see the fog. Like, it was like a white cloud that was just, like, unfolding from me. I was like, man, the fog in Pennsylvania is freaky. And it started going here, and then it started, like, going around us. Like, it didn't go in, like, through us. And I'm like, this is some weird fog. And then I saw a couple of the people that were in our group. They were walking around this monument. And I was like, I told my wife, and I'm like, or my ex-wife, whatever. And I said, oh, I'm like, look, they're in the National Park Service area. I'm like, do you want to, they did it. Do you want to, I don't know, walk closer? And she was like, I don't know. And So we started walking a little bit closer to the monument that was, we were here, to the monument that was somewhere around here. As we were walking, we noticed they were walking in a circle around the monument, and then faster, and then faster, and then it was like, it was the freakiest thing. Like, once they started running around the monument, we were like, we just stopped, and my ex looked at me, she's like, what is going on? And I'm like, it was just the freakiest thing. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, how would they have gotten in front of us? They all left. And so these things were just running around the monument faster and faster to the point where like it was not humanly possible to do that. Anyway, we started, my ex decided to like start running out. She went like running this way, and I started walking backwards to kind of follow her. And the fog was just like coming, like moving toward us. It was the freakiest thing. I'm not going to say, you know, what you guys think I'm going to say. You know, I don't know what I saw. That's all I'm just going to say. I don't know what I saw. It was, all I know was whatever I saw was freaky. However you want to explain it, it was bloody freaky. Why don't these guys listen to me? They don't listen to my orders. So this whole battle is going to be null, because once the Union comes down this pike, or this pike, whichever pike they come down, see, like, they're all move. Just do this. I don't have my reinforcements. And I hope the Union, those units for the Union that I broke, don't... Are they formed again? Yeah, they are. So they're gonna take my bloody thing. And this guy's stuck. Man. This is why I don't like... Oh, and I can't delete the order. This is why I don't like bugs. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, so it was really freaky. That was just probably one of the freakiest things I heard. And then when I talk to people over there, they tell me like weird, crazy stuff. That hotel that I told you about, one of the ladies told me that there were one time that there was a group of firefighters from New York City that stayed in the inn. And we told them that they said, like, listen, we need to, what do you call it? We need to warn you, listen, if something happens in the middle of the night, do not go running anywhere, like, just come find us. We're going to be at this desk all night, so just let us know. Don't go, running out. And they sort of, like, laughed it off. They're like, give me a break. They're like, you could try your best, whatever. It's just like, we're not going to, like, be fooled. And she's like, no, I'm serious. If you run into anything, just please don't go running out the streets. Like, we get multiple complaints from the police department. And they started laughing or whatever. And anyway, they go in the room. And this is what I was told was they went to sleep. And then somewhere around like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, one of the firefighters, one of his, coworkers, his friends, his buddies, went on his bed and sat next to him and was like shaking him, and he was like, stop, and he was just like, dude, what are you doing? And he turned around and faced the bed, and didn't see his buddy, saw some guy in a hat looking at him, and like he was like literally maybe like 2-3 feet from him, and it was a Confederate officer. And he freaked out. He screamed, woke up all the other 2 firefighters that were in the room, and they all looked at it, and they literally, in their skivvies, if you don't know what a skivvy is, it's, we're in boot camp. It's like a shorts and a shirt, right? And the skivvies ran out of the hotel, running down the street, like freaked out. And so since they were telling us because of incidences that happen so often that they have to book a double reservation. So like when somebody stays at the inn, they got to make sure that at the end of 1863, there's another inn right here. Actually, it's right here. The inn of 1863. They have to make sure that there are enough rooms available, just in case they get somebody that runs out in the middle of the night. Like they have to, for every person that books a reservation, they have to call the inn of 1863 and be like, "Hey, I need to make sure you have 2 rooms on reserve for us, just in case somebody runs out in the middle of the night," which is kind of crazy. You know, obviously she could be making it up and stuff like that, but I try to go based upon people's word, and then, you know, try to believe, not, you know, believe they're lying to me. Try to take people at their at their word. Anyway, it's a really amazing town. There's another hotel that's somewhere right around here. I forgot the name of it, but it's at the Circle that I told you about. It's a white hotel. I forgot the name of it too. My memory stinks. I took all the objectives, right? Like, there's nothing for me to do. That hotel is also known for stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really great. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got my reinforcements. All right. Is it because this is locked to that? Is that why it is? I saw like a chain to that. Is that... No, the chain's over to this guy, right? I hate that it does that. There we go. Pettigrew. Surprised the first corps hasn't arrived. Shouldn't they arrive before Pender gets in? Now that I'm holding the heights here, I don't want to move them too far forward because, yeah. I mean, technically, I took the hill that I wanted to take. My goal by the end of the day was to take that hill. I took it at the beginning of the day. That's why I think, like, when I play this game, I think what I want to do is play it against a buddy of mine. So this way there's a human player. I don't have to worry about the AI making stupid mistakes. All right, cool. And we're just waiting for the Union now. Come on. Oh. Boy. That's not good. Shoot. If the artillery's there, that means there's going to be infantry here, and they're taking this road, which goes... It's a dead-end road. They're probably going to cross the field here. Aye, bloody, 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 and these guys are going to take forever to get there. I'm going to send Pettigrew. Shoot, where was he? I'm going to send Pettigrew over here. So I'll probably run this game until like, I don't know, like 1. I do want to kind of post it today. The game's going to early access on Friday, and today's Tuesday. So there was a patch that I downloaded today. I really like that these are not like small patches. They're not like 5 megabytes or something like that. They're like 150 megabytes. So it's quite a bit of change to the code. How is he going to cross the... Like, how... Oh, he's heading straight for the objective. Seriously? But there's no way they would do that, right? In real life. I'm trying to remember this stream here. Is that a big stream? Dang, I can't remember if it is. Oh, my memory's so bad. I usually spend most of my time when I'm in Gettysburg in this area. I do visit, the first day battle, probably, I don't know, once a trip, but I'm only there for like 2-3 hours, if that. Where the heck? Oh, I see where he's going. They're going to Black Horse Tavern. Come on, don't do that. Who would have thought that they would take this small little go nowhere road? Now they're going south? For what? Okay. Alright, that's still artillery. Cavalry. It's weird. I literally have not hit Union infantry, and it's like almost noon. I know the battle. And I got already Ewell coming in. Rhodes Division. Early's Division. Second Corps. I'm gonna move the Second Corps. First Corps will take this area. This will be Third Corps. Trying to see where the best position. I guess like here. With my back toward this little river there. I do like that you can easily move an entire corps like that. It's nice. And Longstreet, which is coming tomorrow, I'll have to probably put a division though here. So let me check this out. Let me put you over here, my friend. I think the family just got in. Had the morning and most of the afternoon to myself. There really needs to be some background music. But anyway, I had the most of the morning to myself. In the afternoon, I was doing some editing for the Single Mall Strategy podcast. I'm going to release our Grand Tactician pre-early access review, or first impressions, whatever. And that's going to go up, I'm betting either tomorrow or Thursday. I have to decide. Probably, I don't know, I might do even tomorrow. I don't know. Just, I guess, check on Wednesday or Thursday. One of those 2 days I'll post. And then I got another the developer dialogue podcast that we do, which is a single malt strategy podcast, but it's just for interviews with developers. That I just finished an interview episode with Lock and Load Publishing, their board game and now PC game developer. So they've made a multitude of games, really good games too. They actually have a Civil War game called Victory and Glory, like I mentioned before, which is a really great, quick Civil War game. And what I mean by quick is you can play the entire Civil War probably in like a day or two. This game right here, if you played like one of the campaigns, you got to be like baked in for at minimum a couple of weeks. I hope they don't go around like this. That'd be sleazy to come around like, whoa, we're gonna go do this. Where is the first core? I hope they're not like over here and about to like, oh, that's where they are, kind of thing. And I know I set it up as dynamic, but I mean, for them to kind of like surprise me, they would have to go this way, like this, over, around, this way, and then come up this way. I have Pettigrew here, so I have roughly I was gonna say 2,000 men, but we're not there anymore. One thing I love about this game is literally if I want to, I can pull a brigade from like, I don't know, Ewell's or Early's division and attach it to Pettigrew and then reinforce his numbers up. I love that you can do that with the order of battle system. That's freaking amazing. See, I wish I had my cavalry. What? I just issued an order. Go here, my friend. See? They don't do that. There's a bug. I don't like bugs. This is why I don't like betas. Yeah, they're not going to do it. You can see their animations is little... Oh, come on. All these things get involved with... Alright, at least now he's moving. Oh, he's going to move with him? Oh, why are they attached? How do I detach them? Oh, that sucks. Oh, crap. I don't know why they're attached at the hip. Yeah, I don't know. I think we are done, to be honest with you guys, because, yeah. I don't see any union. Like, at all. See, I hate that I can't form a line. You have to kind of do a line outside the road, because it's going to mess up the formation. So it's now 1450 hours, so it's 3 o'clock. So definitely something hasn't fired in terms of an event, because the first course should have been here. First and 11 should have been here, with the second probably coming up. But I don't see anybody. Betting it's a bug. Yeah. They haven't even taken... I mean, there's nobody here. Where the... I'm gonna move Pender forward. I'll move his whole division forward. I have a feeling they're not anywhere. You know, thinking about the battle, thinking about this town, and I was mentioning how, like, visiting this town, there's so much stuff there, like hotels and everything. And 30 to 40 minutes from this battlefield is Antietam. You literally can drive there, and I did, from Antietam to Gettysburg, and it took, like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. It was quick. And when you drive through Antietam, like, there's nothing there. There's, like, one gas station, and it's not even, like it's a locally owned gas station. There, I don't even think there's, like, one bar / restaurant, and it's, you know, it's, I don't know. It's not anything, like, you go in there and I don't know. It's definitely not like the blue and the gray. You know, this one feels very. Trying to use the right word. They have nice beers there. Like, they have locally owned beers, a few of them. But in terms of, like, the place and stuff like that, yeah, it wasn't anything impressive. And I went there. I had a couple beers, I believe. Might have had, like, fries or something like that. But I was like astonished how small the town was. Like, it was that bar, restaurant. I think they might have had, like, one or two other small, very small stores. And that was it. Like, and the small stores were, like, you know, looked almost, I think, oh, so the Union's over here. Oh. What are they doing here? Why did they not come up? I got artillery up here. Alright, I'm gonna move the Second Corps. Lee, where's Early? Where's Ewell? Second Corps, okay. So I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna move the Second Corps over here. I'll move the Third Corps here once it comes. You're gonna go here. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why the AI didn't, like, advance. Alright, they're firing at me now. Oh, crap. Okay, so they decided to advance, but at 17:30 hours. So that's really weird. Who is this? 2nd Brigade, 11th Corps. Why are they showing up so late? Well, I guess now we have to go online. That's Archer's Brigade. Where is Davis Brigade? Heats Division. Alright. Cancel the orders before. See, this is why I wish I can cancel the orders, because now this unit is going to go from here to here and then back again. Oh, they withdrew? I know the 11th Corps, has the name for being, after Battle of Chancellorsville, but come on, that was fast. And they had no casualties. They broke already? And another one broke. I didn't do anything. That's weird. As soon as I touch them. Not even. As soon as I'm within, like, the realm of them. I guess the AI is not, like... I don't know. It's not... What's the word I'm looking for? It's not... Are they withdrawing? Look at this. They're pulling back. Why? Alright, I think I'm going to end this scenario here. It's a little weird. I don't know why they're pulling back all the way here. You would think they would, like, even if they stood here, you would think they would hold out. At least this cannon's firing at me, giving me some kind of... But it's really weird. Like, they broke here already, and I don't even think I fired. Look at it. They all broke. I didn't even fire a shot. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, I got another Johnston's division. I know I ordered the 2nd Corps to move. Why isn't it moving? Lee's here. I would have figured a messenger would have got there already, right? I mean, it's not far. This is where Ewell is. This is where Lee is. Are they moving it? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, cool. I don't know why it took so long. Alright, I mean, I'm not... I don't know. I mean, this game is an amazing, incredible game. It's just, in early... This is pre-early access. So, I mean, it just... There's a lot of stuff in terms of the AI that needs to be fixed. Which, considering that they have, September, October, November, December... more than 4 months, that's a lot. That's enough time, especially if you're going to hire an additional, with all the money you get from early access, be able to hire new programmers and stuff like that, or more programmers. But yeah, I think this game, you're gonna see my Single Mall Strategy podcast review that. I believe this is the best Civil War game ever made, and even with the AI like this, I still believe that, because we can fix this easy. I just have to get a human player to play with me. I can do a hot seat or whatever. I'm going to end this scenario here because, yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely... there's no multiplayer option. Okay, I guess that's coming down the road. Well, dang. Alright, well... Once their multiplayer option does come... I thought this game had a multiplayer option. Alright, so I guess I gotta deal with the bad AI. But if Grand Tactician's listening to this, one easy way to kind of solve the AI is just make multiplayer. Just really concentrate on multiplayer while you're doing the AI. Push out the multiplayer as quick as possible. And this way, you don't have to worry about such a AI system, even if when you release the game it's still not where you want it to be, as long as the multiplayer is there. Like, I can play with my friends and I won't have to deal with that AI, But I have faith in them. By the time release comes, that the AI is going to be much more intimidating. So, alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will catch you in the next one. I just realized I literally had no combat at all. Like, one of my brigades went into fighting, and that was it. It's just really weird. Alright, but that's what happens when you play beta, I know what I was gearing up for, because beta is beta. Alright, catch you guys in the next one.